Welcome back, kids and coaches. I'm Coach Kent Murphy, and today we're going to talk about sabermetrics and the proper way to utilize the advanced stats while you're out here on the field. What the hell am I doing with myself? Now, most people think sabermetrics are bullshit, and that's because they are. You know, I don't need some book nerd telling me not to hit to my pull side. Suck my balls, Poindexter. If computers could actually help you hit dingers, then I wouldn't have had to drop out of 3rd grade and start a new life on my own, just crushing every day. But there are a few sabermetrics that actually do help you out here on the field, and like everything else, I've mastered them. So let's go ahead and break this thing down from a fundamental standpoint. Now, the first sabermetric I believe in is WAR. And I think you all know what that means. That's right. That's your whip-ass range. That basically just tells you how close a pitch can get to you before you go out there and whip the pitcher's ass. Now, some guys, you got to actually hit them because they're too pussy to go out there otherwise. Some guys can take a brush back pitch. For me, let me show you where my range is. Go ahead and throw me one there, dummy. And see, that was pretty far outside, but that's within my whip-ass range because pretty much any pitch I don't swing at, I'm going to beat the pitcher's ass because, you know, otherwise humming at me or get the hell off my field. Pretty much how I look at it. So, you know, the next time somebody asks you what your WAR is, just be like, hey, pal, you know, it's a measurement your wife's pretty familiar with, about 2 inches, bud. Now, the second advanced metric I like to use out here is one that people typically associate with offense, but I like to use it for defense, and that's your BABIP. That's right, that's the blondes and brunettes in proximity. Now, defense is boring as hell, so you got to be able to keep an eye on any of the bleacher creatures out here, any of the women that are sneaking a peek at your Happy Meal. You know what I mean? You're out here posing like this. You know, you got to know how many around you. So I'm going to take a look. If I count them up real quick, for me, right now, somewhere between 5,000 and 6,000, and it ain't even game. You know what I mean? That's just what follows me around, Deb. But for you, it's probably going to be about 2 or 3, and that's okay, because anytime your BABIP is any positive number, even 1, what that lets you know is to go ahead and make a diving catch on the next ball that's hit to you, no matter what. You got to make it look badass. That way, you know, maybe you'll actually get your balls in play before and after games. Now, another sabermetric I like to utilize out here is one for the mound. Now, everybody knows what your ERA is, but this is actually your TERA because it's advanced. And that is, throw everything right at them. At them being one word to make this, you know, make more sense. But basically, that's more of a saying than it is a stat, but there is a way to get a number for it. And just like your ERA, you do want that number to be lower. So, for example, if you throw 90 pitches and you only hit 1 batter because you're some kind of spineless twerp, then you got a TERA of 89. That's the number of pitches minus the number of batters you hit. So, you know, another example being, if you throw 1 pitch and 1 rib wrecker, 1 minus 1, that's 0. 2 pitches, 2 back smackers, still 0. 3 pitches, 3 wiener beaners, still 0. You know what I mean? Plus, you're probably getting kicked out at that point if you're beating 3 people in a row. And now you're leading the league in TERA. You know what I mean? And plus, your arm's still fresh. So that pussy up at the plate, he ain't going to come out here. He ain't trying to lean into your overhand right while you only throwing 3 pitches. Or do it. Come on, boy. Now, another strong advanced metric you can use out here is your RC. That's right. That's your reality check. Basically, what that stat measures is how much your team sucks. And all you got to do to find it is just look up at the scoreboard. And if you're down by, like, say, 7 or more runs, which would be an RC of -7, because you're down 7, that tells you, well, my team's a bunch of dickwads. You know what I mean? And that's your reality check. And then just be like, whatever, and gather your shit and quit that team. Just pull a LeBron James on them. Just give up. You know what I mean? Not my king. See you later, peckerheads. And that's basically it, kids. You know what I mean? Identify the advanced metrics that work for you. And, you know, by all means, do not practice them, because practice is a waste of your good dinger energy. Just identify them and be like, I'll probably be good at that. You know what I mean? That's basically all you got to do. You know, as far as I know, there ain't no advanced metrics for bunting, so don't be the chode that starts that. Otherwise, you know, you're going to be in fighting school before you know it, and I'll be the teacher, and you'll be the kid laying on the ground. So don't pull that crap on me. Till next time, hum that thing in there. I'm Kent Murphy. Somebody throw me a fastball. I got to hit a dinger.